Okay, and on to our fourth speaker. We're going to go and take a much more detailed look at the biometrics now, I'm hoping. So if Andre would like to come and join me up here, we can carry on with our fourth speech. Here's
Thank you very much.
Presentation thing. Thank you.
Oops. Here we are. So thank you very much. Swipe is on a mission of making convenience secure. Swipe is a Norwegian biometrics technology company. We are focused on the development and commercialization of fast, easy-to-use, and secure authentication methods that can be used across a range of verticals. First and foremost, payments, but also access control and government ID, and also across different form factors. So like the biometric payment card, where we are partnering with various card manufacturers, most notably our strategic partner, Gemalto, and also biometric wearables, where we are partnering with Tappy. So, as I said, our first focus right now is on biometric payment cards, where we are currently involved in 11 pilots in Europe and in the Middle East, most notably together with Gemalto, MasterCard, and Banca Intesa San Paulo. And we're very proud to partner with Tappy in introducing biometrics to wearables as well. We're hoping to present our first functional prototype during this summer together with Tappy, and then hopefully to run the first pilot by the end of the year. So, in a nutshell, our core technology is at the heart of secure convenience. It's a technology solution that enables batteryless, contactless, ultra-low power, self-contained biometric authentication in constrained environments, meaning environments that have limited access to both energy and space. And self-contained means that the consumer's data, the biometric data, are stored on the card and only on the card. There's no need for an external database, and thereby securing the privacy of the consumer. So our core technology involves energy harvesting, which means that it's converting radio signals from the NFC field and capturing that energy to run the biometric authentication process without the need of any battery or external energy source, and power management, which means the effective use of the energy that is captured on the card within the NFC field. It also contains firmware and biometric algorithms, and of course biometric and payment system integrations. And all of this is designed for ultra-thin and ultra-low power, high-performance embedded applications into cards, into wearables. In the case of payment cards, our core technology is embedded in a biometric inlay, which is on that photo, which is then embedded into the biometric payment card. Now, as you all know, innovation in the payment space, in the POS payment space, has traditionally been challenging due to the large deployed infrastructure and also due to very deeply ingrained consumer habits. So when the mag stripe was introduced, as when the chip and pin was introduced, and even when contactless was introduced, there were needs for investments both in the employed infrastructure and also into changing consumer habits, building awareness, as you were talking about earlier. With dual interface biometric payment cards, however, there is no need for any investment in the terminals, nor is there a need to change consumer habit. It only simplifies the user experience, more easy, convenient, and secure. And with contactless growing all over the world, as Rob was talking about earlier, and with biometrics becoming mainstream thanks to mobile phones, we're ready to leverage our first mover position in this space together with our world-leading partners. Now, the challenge that the financial industry is facing with contactless is the one which has to do with both perceived and real security limitations. So contactless technology is by far seen as the most convenient means of doing payment transactions. But consumers are wary about the solution. And this has prompted the introduction of transaction limits. And also, consumers don't feel fully secure. There are reservations and security concerns. Now, Fingerprint Cards did some research in 2018, which was on the adoption of contactless cards. And it showed that 51% of consumers are very concerned or even extremely concerned about fraud. 46% say that contactless does not feel secure. And about a third of consumers who actually have contactless cards do not use those cards. And this has been confirmed by several banks that we have been talking to as well. Even up to 50% of consumers who have contactless cards are reluctant to use them. Now, of course, biometrics removes this paradox. It removes the unnecessary trade-off between security and convenience. So making convenience secure, the biometric solution offers for consumers both convenience and peace of mind. And this obviously stimulates the use of contactless. It offers merchants to reduce cash handling, which offers speed of transaction and increased customer throughput. It offers banks enhanced branding and top-of-wallet effects, loyalty effects coming out of that. And it offers payment schemes to fight new competition, such as Google and Apple and Samsung Pay. So biometric authentication is fast becoming a necessity across all kinds of devices. Arguably, biometrics is going to play a major role in payments going forward, moving from mobile phones to payment cards to wearables and to other devices. This will be done without, as I said, compromising the user's right to privacy, because all the authentication, all the data storage is done on the device itself. And in addition, the solution is compatible with existing infrastructure and consumer habits. So the world wants biometrics. And I think that this has been proven by so much research that consumers are getting tired of PIN codes and passwords and so on. And that's why the consumers want biometrics. Those surveyed by big payment networks like Visa and MasterCard have clearly identified convenience and security to be the way forward. And fingerprints in particular as a biometric form of authentication is very, very relevant to those kind of devices such as payment cards and wearables. Take this example. This is from a survey that was done by AYTM Market Research commissioned by Visa in April last year. It was looking at the perception of security within different modes of authentication. No surprise, no authentication at all came out worst. Actually, 2/3 of consumers found no authentication very insecure, and another 16% found it insecure. Then came signature. With signature, even, about 78% of consumers still found it very insecure or secure, and only a very, very small minority found signature to be a secure means of authentication. Then came PIN, which, where the balance shifted. Almost 80%, about 52% found numeric PIN to be secure, and another 7.3% found it very insecure, whereas only 1.5% found it very insecure. But in a class of its own came biometrics, and that was seen as very secure by virtually half the respondents, and secure by another 40%. So biometrics is really seen as a superior, secure solution. And biometrics could also be key to attracting new kinds of customers. For example, millennials. Millennials are they are financially savvy, they are technologically savvy, they are always looking for convenience and for the newest type of technology. And the thing is that, biometrics is most often seen as utilized for adding security, but in actual fact, it's actually driving convenience, because it's driving the use of contactless, and it's more effective in that way. So millennials have shown a preference to utilize means of authentication that are more convenient and that are more secure. Wearables, of course, do face some various forms of, obstacles to widespread adoption. Among them are that payment credentials need to be done in a safe and secure manner. The availability, of course, of contactless EMV payments, and also that customer authentication limits transaction limits limit the number of transactions that can be done in a contactless way. And with biometrics, all of these, obstacles are being addressed. Tappy offers a world-class tokenization platform that can be combined with Zwipe's authentication technology in order to add security and to help consumers to use wearables in a more effective way. So we are partnering with Tappy in order to add biometrics to the contactless functionalities of wearables, addressing the obstacles of widespread adoption, offering a more convenient and a more secure solution that will take wearables to the next level in terms of both convenience and security. So we are merging our technological strengths together with Tappy, and we see an immense opportunity collaborating with Tappy. I'm confident that with us sharing our technology strengths, the vision of biometric wearables will enable us to offer consumers to complete transactions both above and below the transaction limit in a very fluent and frictionless way that is also secure. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you very much.